Man, I am really kind of bitter right now. I just found out I was going through my footage because I've been putting off editing my Halo Infinite footage together. Ah, shit. Because there is literally, um, no, please don't. Fuck. That was stupid. I fucking fell over because of the momentum shit and then died. Awesome. Whatever. Anyway, I was putting off editing my Halo Infinite footage because my computer was having a bit of trouble, and I had over, I want to say, 16 to 20 hours of Halo Infinite footage, because I did literally the entire game in one playthrough. I did all of this optional content with the exception of the skulls, and I missed like one or two of the fucking data pads. I did like the whole fucking game. And I was going to originally, because I was having trouble figuring out how I was going to put that all together, because the way I did it, like cutting it into 1 hour sections like I normally do, or like I can't do it mission by mission, which is what I prefer with Halo, because I feel like that's the best way to like divide it up. It wouldn't have worked with Halo Infinite because that's not how the missions work. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of bad at editing, and part of my reason why I'm bad at editing stems from the fact that I've never really had a chance to like do in-depth editing work in the recent past. I did at one point when I was in high school. We had editing stuff we had to do, but that was a long time ago, and I haven't really had a chance to do that quite so much recently. So I prefer to edit things in mostly solid chunks where it's like it's an hour and I really only have to edit things at the beginning and end, and maybe if I use the restroom at some point I cut that out. But with Halo Infinite, like I recorded that game in like 5 hour chunks for the vast majority of the goddamn game. So it by its own nature requires a lot more work. And unfortunately, that's, the way that I put it together, like, I didn't have a chance to do that because it required a lot more computer power than my setup had at the time. But I was recently able to fucking, mess about with that so that I could get it all working correctly. But the problem is, I was like plugging all my stuff, and I do a cursory like glance through of all the footage where I jump around in like 15 to 20 minute chunks to make sure there's no corrupted audio and whatever. And I got to the final recording, like the last part of the game. I did a 10-hour recording where I just start fucking from the jump in point where I'd left off before. I went all the way to the end of the game, and I polished off all the extra objectives, and I did everything. And the final like hour and a half of my recording is gone. I guess 10 hours. It can't record any more than 10 hours of footage, so at like 10 hours exactly, the recording cuts out, and all that's left is the audio commentary that I recorded elsewhere. So I guess, when I do, I can't do a full, like, put everything in the same video recording like I'd wanted to. I'm gonna have to, cut it up into chunks. Maybe I'll do an hour and a half to 2 hour videos. I'd wanted to get this out 2 months ago, but I didn't have the opportunity. But hey, Halo Infinite's fucking, like, failing completely now, so I mean, might as well put it out. I mean, putting it out at the height of popularity when Halo Infinite had just come out was never going to be a thing, so fuck it, might as well do it now, right? But yeah, like, that's so annoying, because that boss fight was super annoying, but I was able to kill it with the red energy sword. But yeah, there's a lot of commentary, well, I guess, okay, what I'm going to do, like, I didn't talk about this earlier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fucking play the last hour and a half, because, I'm gonna have to play through the entire fucking game again, by the way, because there's no option select for Halo Infinite. It's either you fucking start fresh or you don't play it. because there's no level select in Halo Infinite, which is a pain in the ass, because even, like, blowing through that game, it still takes, like, at least, like, 10-15 hours for a normal playthrough. Maybe a little less. Probably 12 hours, I think, would be an average timestamp. Because your progress is limited by your side quests, because you don't unlock new equipment unless you're doing the side quests. And, like, I unlocked everything in that game in terms of the equipment stuff. I did all the side quests. Even if I had optimized my gameplay, getting every piece of equipment in that fucking thing took a while. Like, the actual main story is very short. It's the shortest of all the Halo games. It's shorter than Halo 1. It's shorter than Halo ODST, and you can play ODST in like 3 hours. But your ability to do the main story in Halo Infinite is limited by the resources you have access to, because weapons that you find in the field tend to have very little ammo, and traversal of the map without the extra equipment is somewhat difficult. Which is a little infuriating at times. So if I want to replay it, like, I literally, I have to replay it for, like, a hallway about 45 minutes from the final boss to the end of the game. And that's the only part because I still have my commentary for the final part of the game all the way up to the credits, because I checked. I have me complaining about how many gigabytes it took up. Oh yeah, the entire Halo fucking Infinite recording apparently takes up like 220 gigabytes on my hard drive. I was just clearing, because Elgato records your, oh fuck, I should have checked my footage. God damn it. I might have had the backup footage. I might have accidentally deleted it, because I was clearing out the library space because my hard drive was full. Because I was clearing out the, like, stuff from that I had backup recordings for Halo 2 and stuff that I was getting rid of. It's like basically getting rid of everything that I'd already finished uploading and working with. And I was just like, oh well, this fucking, I've got 2 recordings for all of my Halo Infinite stuff. I don't really need that. And I think I may have accidentally deleted the backup footage that may have had the extra clip in it. Though, I doubt it. The backup footage is more likely to be corrupted, and I don't think it's in a video file that works too well with my editing software. Because it's in a different format for some reason. I'm not sure if I can adjust that, but... fuck. Hold on a second. Let me check that. Does this work? 10:30. Okay, it did record past. Hey, it looks like I have backup footage. I don't know if it's... It looks like there's some stuttering. Okay, cool. I may be in business here. I may actually not have to replay... I really, really don't want to replay Halo Infinite again. That game's not good. Bit of a spoiler warning. My Halo Infinite playthrough is 20 hours of me bitching about how bad the game is, with some stupid hijinks in the middle. Yeah, okay, sick. I appear to have the footage. Awesome. That's like... I think that may have given me like an extra, like, 6 months to my lifespan. Because I was so pissed. Like, right before I started recording this, it was like... I don't scream about things bad happening, like... when it comes to like logistics and recording, but it was real close. Cause okay, me playing Halo Infinite is fucking like just a misery. Me getting pissed about having to replay it was just a fucking nightmare in and of itself. Is my fucking my camera clipping through the shield? Ugh. Must be a weird you know these Ash casters have... Oh, is it gonna charge me? Their masks are made to look like the fucking mannequins from the Of Masks and Dragons trailer. Because the fans were so pissed that it got cut from the game, they put in a mask that like looks almost exactly the same. It just has a plume on the back of it. But the drop rate for the mask is super, super fucking low. So most people, like, never get it, because these Ash sorcerers are a pain in the ass to fight, and there are no good farming locations for them, because they always show up in super precarious locations. I'm hoping they'll drop it. The weapon they drop is also really good. I think it has a casting implement where it casts, like, hexes. It does dark damage or something, but it's, like, really good. Their outfit's really cool, too. It's good if you're playing as, like, a female casting type. I don't think it has, like, a specific male appearance. Really? Is it just far enough away that it won't fucking hit it? Okay, there we go. Thank you. But yeah, holy shit. I did not have fun recording Halo Infinite, like, at all. Which is unfortunate because, you know, I love Halo. Halo's, like, I don't know if I can still say it, but there was a point in time in which fucking absolutely Halo was my favorite game series ever. If you're talking about just 1, 2, and 3, even like ODST and Reach tied in, I would even put Halo 4 included in my love of like Halo games, because I personally think Halo 4 is really good. I think the pacing in the campaign is a bit bad, and the ending was but I actually really, really enjoy Halo 4. I think it's a great game. I think it's a hell of a lot better than Halo Reach, actually. I don't like Halo Reach's main story. Yeah, that's the sick backstab. I fucking hate you, but it's really cool looking. Ah, die, please. I think Halo Reach's main story sucks really bad. I like playing Halo Reach a lot, but I think the actual narrative is garbage. Halo 4's story, I think, is pretty good. I think its presentation of the story is a bit lackluster at times, and there are points in which it, like I think it's a third level, because it's Forerunner, right? I think Forerunner is, too, meandering, and I feel like the end of the game is way too fast. It's that part in the middle, I think, is really good. Like, the part right after you regroup the Infinity, and, before you go to, and when you go to the fucking space station, those levels are great. I legitimately love them. They're fantastic. Like, the level where you get the sticky detonator, and you have to, fight the Hunters, and there's the Mantis later. That level's fantastic. It's incredible. I love it. But it's sandwiched by, levels that aren't quite as well paced, so it brings the experience down a little bit. But god damn it, it's 343 can make really, really good games. They just don't most of the time. It's it doesn't matter how fucking eager you are and how much drive you have. That has nothing to do with competence. Just period. Being excited to work on a project and... oh my god, I fucking hate that shit. God, I hate the fact that they can fucking shoot you through animations. Okay. I love the Greatsword in this game. The big, Dragon Slayer style sword. I think the Pursuer's sword of it doing an overhead followed by a swing is actually better than just swing, because I think it's a little faster on the second swing than the Greatsword is. And then you have, the straight overhead, the Greatsword has for its secondary, because I like having both. I do wish this had a stinger. I feel like the baseball swing is not nearly as good as, the Ultra Greatsword has a stinger. The Ultra Greatsword in Dark Souls 1 had a rising upper, which I thought was really solid. But it was one of the slowest attacks in the entire game. It would usually kill whatever you hit with it, and if it didn't kill, it would fucking, send them flying. It was a guaranteed knockdown. I'm gonna find a fucking thing first. I know there's a bonfire up ahead. I just don't remember exactly where it is. I want to go get more fire arrows or bolts. because, yeah, the bonfire's over here. I'm gonna hit this first, before I do the other tower. So, it's weird. I'm playing Dark Souls, but I'm talking about is Halo. It's because, the Halo TV show came out recently, and it sucks. Really, really bad, unfortunately. The Halo TV show is a fucking embarrassment. That's not what I want to go. That's fucking Shrine of Amana. Every single Halo cinematic trailer, including the ones for Halo 5, are better than the Halo TV show currently, which is unfortunate, to say the least. Because I was really hoping that the Halo Infinite show, or not the Halo Infinite show, yeah, sure. I was hoping the Halo TV show would be good, and it's just not. It's not good. Like, it's not just that it's unfaithful. The Halo Infinite show is just bad. It's unfaithful and bad. Because if it were not, like, accurate to the source material, but still a good show, I'd be okay with that. Because I'd be like, oh, it's not canon. It's just they wanted to do some stuff in the Halo universe, and they didn't want to, like, retread the game's territory, but they still wanted to have the characters that everyone likes, so they did something on their own with it. I'd be okay with that. I mean, for fuck's sake, I love reading fan fiction. I'm not even ashamed to admit that. I've read some fan fiction that are way better than the source material. There's a guy, one of the fucking lead writers for EVE Online, is rewriting the entirety of Star Wars in their spare time, and it's fantastic. Go read fucking Shai Tian's For the Right Price and Raising the Stakes. They're fantastic. Wholly endorse them. But the problem with the Halo show is that it's bad. Like, it doesn't even get the luxury of, we're doing something new with it because we wanted to, but we're not, like, too concerned with keeping it accurate to the source material. It's just straight up not good. So, fuck. Like, and the thing is, they have, like, they could have picked literally anything to fucking, like, do in the Halo series. Like, if they wanted to retread the games, but, like, they were worried about not being restricted by the video games being video games, they could have done, like, fucking Fall of Reach, First Strike, The Flood as, like, a trilogy of, like, content, because those have more than enough content to make a full series about. Something they said was, we don't want to be restricted by the game. And what I think that means is they want the ability to deviate, because they don't want to just be regurgitating the game because they feel like it'll be too constrictive in how they're able to, like, surprise the viewer. But the thing is, the people who've read the source material, who care about it, are not watching the show so they can be surprised. And the people who haven't read the source material are going to be surprised anyway because they don't know what's going to happen. Like, so the people who care aren't getting what they want, and the people who don't care about the source material aren't getting what they want. So why have, like, so your deviation isn't improving anything. Like, one of the biggest things about Subversion is the source material better without the twist? If the answer is yes, then don't include it. Like, that's an easy and obvious rule. Is what you're writing making the show better? If the answer is no, then it shouldn't be there. That was Star Wars' problem for a long time, is that they were putting in things for the sake of having them that was actively making it worse. And I don't like fucking, you know, being so pessimistic about these things, but it's really, really hard to be optimistic about some of this stuff, because they've consistently shown that they're not the people who should be in charge of running this fucking thing. Like, one of the things I've talked about is that Halo, all of the Halo games were made in a constant cycle of development hell. Like, fucking Halo 2 infamously was in a constant cycle of development hell. Oof. Wow! Man. That hit more than it should have. That guy has a lot of poise. Shit. Okay, anyway. But yeah, all of the Halo games were made in development hell. Like, fucking... There's more cut content for Halo than there are actual games. Like, 3/4 of Halos 1, 2, and 3 were removed from the games because they didn't have time to finish them. So, and I don't buy it when they say that they didn't have enough time to make fucking Halo 5 and Halo Infinite. Because those games got, like, what, 5-6 year development cycles? When fucking Halo 2 and 3 were made very, very quickly. And also made with almost no resources. Halo 5 cost, what, $2 billion to make? It's one of the most expensive video games ever. Fucking, Halo Infinite got at least a 6-year development cycle. Probably more, in actuality. Given that it was in production when Halo 5 was still being worked on. Or Halo 5 was finishing up production, was when Halo Infinite started production. Fucking Halo 5 started production at the, fucking during the back half of Halo 4's production. Which is why those games share a lot of assets. Like, fucking Halo 5 and Halo MCC were being worked on at the same time, which is why Halo MCC was a flaming trash fire when it came out. But, yeah, I don't believe them when they say that fucking... Like, it's not just Bungie being experienced, it's a lot of stuff. Wow, fuck you. Ugh. Great. Anyway, I don't believe them. I'm much more readily believe that 343 is just incompetent because Halo 4 is the only one that they made that was good, and Halo 4 was running on, like, reused assets from Halo Reach. Like, it uses just straight up models, animations, AI, scripting. Fucking, it's running on the same engine as Halo Reach. Fucking, Halo 5 was the first one they had to do completely from scratch, and you can tell that it is not fucking, like, running. It's not even functional, actually. It still has problems. Like, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary was a trace job, and they somehow fucked it up. Like, literally, it was copying homework, and they didn't get it right. So, like, I think it's because they were a brand new development studio. They didn't really have a whole lot, because it wasn't made of ex-Bungie devs to start. That was a thing that happened later, when a bunch of people from Bungie went over to 343, and then immediately left. Something that people tend to forget about is the people who went over to 343 didn't stay at 343. Oh my god, I hate that. Oh my god, fuck off. Jesus Christ. Why does he have infinite poise? He's wearing light armor. Yeah, the DLC was when fucking FromSoft started putting in troll NPCs, where there's one in Elaim Lois that is non-hostile until you stop facing them, at which point they will stab you in the back and then run off and aggro a bunch of enemies at you. I think that's cool, but it's also a pain in the ass, because these NPCs have a fuck ton of health, and they will obstruct gameplay. Like, the reason I'm going over there is because there's one of fucking Nadalia's souls over there, and you can't get those unless you go physically fucking just go grab them. So, fucking, and they're restricted behind goddamn... They're restricted behind, like, shit like this NPC that's really fucking annoying to fight. And normally I wouldn't have a problem with it, but I can't ignore this one. Okay, I'm gonna try and backstab him as soon as he spawns in. I don't think that'll work, but I'm gonna try and do it. And it's also, they do a fuck ton of damage, these NPCs. They're really goddamn beefy. Also, it keeps doing that shit. Oh, fuck off. I didn't mean to come down here. Whatever, as long as I can get the fucking idol, I'm okay with dying here, because this is the problem. Fine, okay, I'll take that. At least. Because now it's not going to resurrect the enemies, or make them super strong. That is acceptable to me. But yeah, holy shit, fucking, like, 343, and I was like, I keep talking to people, and they keep giving them the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, no, they didn't want to put the monetization in there, that was Microsoft forcing them, like, I heard the explanation that's, like, they put in the terrible monetization so that Microsoft would realize it wouldn't be profitable to have monetization in this game, so that it would get removed in a later update. It's like, that's gotta be the fucking most stupid fucking far-reaching theory about this. It's like, no, they put in the monetization because the fuck, like, monetization is of that kind is not something that is put in as an afterthought or something that is, like, inconsequential. Games get designed around those features, especially the way that it is in fucking, like, it's also, not only is it monetization, it's bad monetization, in that it's not even being managed anymore. The Halo Infinite shop has been static for the past, what, about a month now? Like, they keep talking about their fucking, they're gonna have a 10-year support plan, but their 10-year support plan is that they will eventually fix it within, I hate that. Why is it locking onto enemies that are not on screen? You know what? Fuck it. Whatever. Well, that did fuck all. Oh my god, I hate this fucking camera angle. Why is it auto-locking onto shit? You know, when I say I dislike DS2, I don't actually dislike DS2. I dislike, like, DS2's fucking problems like that, where it's like, I can't fucking lock onto enemies, for Christ's sake. Great. Cool. You know, my cousin thinks DS2 is the best Dark Souls game? Not even Scholar, just DS2 regularly. I think he's insane. I like things about DS2, but I think the core game is fundamentally broken. It's like, I enjoy Halo 5 even. I just fucking was talking about how I think that game's a piece of shit, but I actually like it. But yeah, it's a piece of shit. What I like is that they've added a bunch of content to it, and the game is now vaguely stable, but I would still rather play almost any of the other Halo games, except Infinite or Halo Wars 2, than fucking, Halo 5. If the previous Halo games still worked, I would play those. I really don't like the fact that pretty much the only Halo game I can still play now is Halo MCC, because all of the games have been shut down. I don't know if Halo Wars 1 has been shut down. I don't think it has. The original on the 360 may have been, but I know the definitive edition still works, and will probably run forever because it's a PC game. But yeah, for absolute certain, fucking... and I guess Halo 1 will run forever because of that fucking patch that Bungie put out. So there's that. Would it be worth it to even bother trying to parry you? Somehow I doubt it. Oh my god, I fucking hate you. And then it runs away. I fucking hate this shit. Anyway, I was complaining about Halo. Oh yeah, I like MCC, I appreciate it. I feel like it has too many inherent differences between it and the original games to be considered, like, faithful. I'm not just talking about the customization stuff. MCC has a lot of glitches that did not exist in the original, and the fact that it is running at 60 frames per second inherently means that it has a bunch of problems due to that design, I don't want to say feature. I keep talking about how Halo 3 is supposed to run at 32 frames per second natively, and the fact that it doesn't is actually kind of a problem because it means that the game glitches out a lot. Because, fucking the game engine is tied to its frame rate, and by running it at a higher frame rate, the game tends to freak out. A lot of animations don't work. Projectiles frequently get weird behavior. The Scarab in the fucking a few years ago would not take damage from explosions of any kind, which meant that destroying the legs was almost impossible. You could shoot at it with 15 or 30 fucking missile pods and nothing would happen. So sections in which you were unable to get on the Scarab while it was moving would become incompletable. I fucking was playing through all the Halo games on Legendary for the fucking Helioscroll armor, and I got to the Storm, and the Scarab would not come to the front of the arena so I could jump on it from the cranes, but it would also fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? It would not take any damage from rockets of any kind. And fucking would just be, like, unkillable. And that sucked. Oh my god, fuck these things. At least they're not respawning like they normally do. Okay. Cool. Man, I love not having a real role or fucking... Jesus Christ. That's not even tied to weight. That's tied to adaptability. But even then, that's not even true. Like, why the fuck is the role so goddamn small in this game? Like, I wouldn't even have had to think about that in Dark Souls 1 or 3. I'm very complainy today. It's 7 in the morning right now, which I know that's not a weird, like, oh, why is he recording at 7 in the morning? It's like, to put it in perspective, I work a night shift, so normally I fucking, like, this is the equivalent of, like, getting off your fucking shift at, like, you know, whatever thing and then doing a bunch of shit. Anyway, the point is, I'm kind of tired, and also fucking just a bunch of really stupid-ass video game shit's been happening recently, and it's been pissing me off, so I'm complaining about it. Thank you, holy shit. off. God, I hate that fucking stuff. Whatever. Anyway. The point is, I'm really salty, but I feel like I have perfectly justified reasons to be salty. I feel like my saltiness is deserved. Would it even be worth fucking... No, probably not. Yeah, that does fuck all. Great. But yeah, I wish they hadn't shut down the Halo servers. I know I can still play Halo 1 and 2 on PC because of Project Cartographer and the fucking Custom Edition patch, respectively. Wait, no, not respectively. I said that in reverse order. Anyway, the point is, I understand fully that I am capable of playing those in their original forms, and I guess, technically, El Dorado exists. I got that before it got shut down, or the distribution got shut down, so I can do that too. But that's not really consolation, especially since El Dorado does not have all of the maps that the original had, even if it does have a greatly improved Forge mode. Also, El Dorado's multiplayer kind of sucks. It's super unstable. And the population's only going to decrease because the number of people who are already playing it is going to decrease, and no new players can play it unless they get it from someone who already has it, which is unlikely, to say the least. Oh yeah, doesn't he have fucking AI that makes it so he runs away from you if you're fucking shooting him with shit? Yeah, he's got that fucking stupid, annoying-ass AI that makes it really hard to hit him with fucking arrows. Specifically for this reason. I hate that shit. Like, these AI suck ass. And he's got infinite block, basically. Like, he'll never stop blocking. Yeah, it did fuck all. If I had poison arrows, I might be able to fucking do that, but... Magic arrows go through shield, right? Fuck no, they don't. Sick. Oh, yeah. I wonder why. I miss the Avalon. I know it's in this game, I just don't remember where. I used to use it. Anyway, long story short, I'm fucking glad I don't have to replay Halo Infinite. I am probably never going to replay Halo Infinite's... I'm saying primary campaign on the event that they put out more campaign in the future. They put out a statement saying they're going to continue support of Halo Infinite for 10 years. That implies, A, they're not going to make any other Halo games, at least main story Halo games, the next 10 years. Or if they do, they'll be, like, smaller, more regular style Halo games. But also, what that is a blanket statement excuse that says, we don't have to fix Halo Infinite right now, as long as we do it within 10 years, we technically didn't lie. That doesn't mean they're going to continuously put out content for 10 years. That just means they're not going to abandon it within 10 years. Which they kind of already have. It's like, they put the fucking... The armors that are in the game that aren't part of the shitty battle pass fucking are not being sold in the shop, and there's no way to unlock them in the game, which means there's no way to actually get any of those armors. Fucking... And it's like, the first thing armors they put in the game were a bunch of Halo Reach armors. And that's not even fucking, it's like, everyone's like, oh, Halo Infinite's fucking art style is so much better than Halo 5's. The classic Halo is back. Fucking, it's like, no, they're not making their art style better. They're cheating because they're taking assets from previous games and inserting them into their own game rather than making new content. 343's original armors that are in Halo Infinite look like garbage because their fucking design team is not good at their job. And no, I'm not going to apologize for that. It's true, their design team is bad at their job, just straight up. Their concept artists get ignored in favor of fucking whatever the fuck the modeling team is doing. I've seen the concept armors for a lot of those armors in Halo 5 and Halo Infinite. The concept armors usually look very good, but the finished products usually look terrible. Like, and I'm not just talking about the texture work. Usually the models are very low quality. Halo Infinites are better in terms of texture and model quality, but a lot of the designs are still bad. And also lazy. The fucking Mark 7 and fucking Mark 5B armors are the same armor because they've decided that fucking Naomi's armor must be the basis for all Mark 7, despite the original Mark 7 just looking like the Mark 6 armor with a few fucking slight differences. But no, yeah, it looks like the Mark 5B, fuck it. Because we need two versions of the same armor in the game that fucking arbitrarily can't use the same armor pieces for no reason. Like, the rest of the game just looks like Halo 5 also. It's like, they haven't learned anything, they're just getting clever about hiding it. I mean, you can tell by the fucking Halo Reach armors in the game just being Noble Team's armors, because apparently cosplaying as fucking Spartans that already exist is more important than being able to create my own fucking character. Will this do anything? Like, wait, do I have poison ones? Dark damage. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna fall off if I use this. Great. This is so fucking stupid. That even do anything? Not really. I fucking hate this shit. It's things like this when I'm like, man, I fucking hate playing, replaying Halo, not fucking Halo, Dark Souls. My arguments are blending together because I've said them too much. Okay, even if this doesn't go through its shield, he should still take bleed damage from this, right? That's how that works? God, I fucking hate this shit. I'm really bitter today. I know I'm gonna have a shitty time at work later, too. If not today, then definitely tomorrow. Tuesdays have been shitty as all hell recently. Because the GM is just camping out in the store on Tuesdays for some fucking reason, despite finishing their job during the day shift. It's like, they're there from the start of my shift all the way to fucking close, which makes me wonder why I'm even there if they're just gonna sit there and fucking do my job, or try to do my job for me, except not actually. Because they're doing that thing where they just sit in the back of the shop and then fucking complain that you're not doing your job or that you're doing a bad job, without actually doing anything. Like, they're just there to be like, hey, if you don't fucking be completely busy at every second of every day, I'm gonna fucking write you up, but I'm not gonna actually do anything myself, except I'm going to actively get in the way and cause problems and fucking tell your employees what you fucking should be doing rather than letting you do your job. It's not like your fucking manager position is important or anything. I don't even want to be in charge. I just want people to fucking not make my job harder. I can run that fucking place entirely by myself, and frequently have, but when other people show up to fucking... It's not even like the whole, like, don't step on my toes or be territorial thing. It's stop actively making problems for me. Like, I'm doing my job. Don't fucking, like, come into the shop and just fuck everything up and then go, why aren't you doing your job better? And then yell at me because my fucking subordinates are sitting around on their asses like it's my fault because, like, if they're not doing their job, send them home or don't pay them. Don't fucking yell at me for them not doing their jobs because I'm doing their jobs for them. Pay me more and fire them if you're complaining about it. I'll have no problem with that. It's like, they don't listen to me, but you haven't given me permission to fire them. So how is this my fault? Like, I have no fucking problem telling someone they suck at their job and they're fired. Just give me the ability to do that and this problem will be solved in like 5 seconds. It doesn't help that most of my fucking subordinates are, like, physically violent, too. We got rid of the other guy, but fucking still, there are a handful of them that need to be, like, probably not just fired, but they should also probably be reported to the police. God, this town sucks. I miss my old town. It was weird and fucking, like, really poorly laid out, actually, but I enjoyed it. Ah, shit, I don't have any repair powder. God fucking damn it. I need to go talk to Welliger when I get a chance. When did I pick this up? You know what? Whatever. Fine. Do I have any arrows? Great arrows? Sick. Do I even have the strength to use this? I do. Oh, fuck off with that having a predetermined fucking range at which it functions. That's so shitty. That is so lame. Oh, wow, you can straight up just wait them out, huh? Man, I fucking hate this part of the DLC. You can't even make the argument that this area is optional because you have to get these fucking souls. for the goddamn quest. So yeah, they're quote-unquote optional, but not really. Ugh. Isn't there another enemy down here? No, fuck off. I did not come this far to get killed by jobbers. Thank you, fucking Christ. This place is designed like a Dark Souls 1 level where you would drop to the platforms through the center as a shortcut, but if you do that, you'll straight up just fucking die. Because this game's fucking fall damage is ridiculous. Also, yeah, Artorias is fucking... Weirdly enough, it's the one from fucking Dark Souls, fucking the Artorias the Abyss DLC. Also, yeah, it's meant to be wielded in your left hand. It's cool, it has a fucking, unique moveset. I don't know why its primary there is a parry, that's a bit odd. But yeah, fucking, it's the... I think this is the first... Because in Dark Souls 1, despite it being... Okay, why is my fucking shit inverted? I don't know why it went to the settings menu immediately. That was weird. Anyway, but, in Dark Souls 1, it wasn't listed that Artorias' greatsword is supposed to be wielded in the left hand because Artorias is left-handed. I think Dark Souls 2 is the first time it's fucking stated that way. Also, it's the broken version of Artorias' sword from the DLC, not the real version. The fucking broken version is the one that's in every subsequent game. That's unclear if because it's just been a long-ass time, or if specifically it's because Artorias' sword was never restored by the Chosen Undead. Which, I mean, Artorias' sword is the quality build weapon for Dark Souls 1 if you're going to go that way, because it requires even stats across the board to even use it, let alone to fucking use it well. So, I kind of want to go talk to Agdine to get a bunch of fucking dark arrows. Or dark bolts, I guess. I may do... No, I'm going to talk to fucking Welliger is what I'm going to do. So I have... Yeah, this one. Still waiting on that email. Alright. Blah. Oh, I'm glad to get to a fucking area in which I can kill the enemies with no real difficulty. Great, thank you. But yeah, okay, fine. I guess Halo Infinite Let's Play. I don't know. Fucking probably already out by the time this video comes out, now that I think about it. Well, maybe. I have a lot. I have like the entire back half of DS2 saved up. I've been slacking pretty damn hard on, wow, only 6. Fucking great. I wish I'd picked up the repair spell. I don't remember where it is. But yeah, I have a lot of DS2 saved up. I need to finish recording Halo 3 as well. I'll probably put out Halo Infinite before fucking Halo 4 or 5. Maybe after ODST. I'm probably gonna finish the fucking... I'll just record Halo 3 today. I'll finish that up really quick since I've been slacking. I'll do, I'll go until 9-ish with this, maybe. So maybe hour and a half more. Because I wanted to get the Broom Tower DLC done today, at least, because... I don't know. I think playing Dark Souls and being mad is actually, weirdly enough, a pretty good combination. Because the more pissed off you are, the more determined you are to fucking do it, even if you don't necessarily play better. Okay, this area. Yeah, okay, this area. Fuck this area. I had thought this area was earlier, but I guess not. I appreciate those water things being a mechanic, but also, fuck, are they not, like, helpful at all? Also, I'm not gonna be a dumbass and open up this area. What? Seriously? You weak to dark. Wow, that does way more damage than I thought it did, because I thought that was not a... Bullshit. That shouldn't have hit me. Isn't there a fucking... yeah, the wall there. It's like a fucking Zelda style. Shit. I hate that fucking attack. Because they don't have to actually get behind you, the hit just has to connect. So, if they hit you in the... if you, like, turn around and they hit you in the front, they'll still do that fucking teleporting backstab. It sucks. At least they haven't gotten any smarter. Man, I fucking love the hitboxes in Dark Souls 2. Aren't they incredible? Oh, you know what? Actually, now is a good spot to stop for the moment. Because Because I'm about an hour in on the recording, and I'm trying to manage my recording times a bit better so I don't have to do... Because it's harder to edit longer videos where I have to cut shit out if I have to actually go into the fucking thing when it's longer. So, hour should be good. I'll do the fucking Halo stuff after this.